Hello, welcome to the Analyst channel today. So if you're new here, kindly check out my previous videos, like, drop your comments and subscribe to the channel. So in today's video, I'll be talking about how to combine data together, how to combine different sheets, Excel sheets, and how to combine different workbooks from a folder together using Power BI and Excel. Okay, first of all, I want to work on combining Excel sheets together. So I'm going to open the sheets that we'll see what we're working on. Now, this is the other data sheet. I have data for each day, just like we have in the sales report that I worked on before. Each day. So this is a dummy data that has the date, and this is the date for the 10th of January 2025. This is for the 9th, this is for the 8th. So I want to combine everything and have a single table. Now, if you notice, I converted all of my data to a table. Remember that I converted to a table. It has to be a table to make it easy to join, as you can see. So how do you convert to a table? It's just basically I showed that in the previous video. Ctrl T and makes the table. So this is what I'm working with. Now going back to our Power BI. So I want to get that data. It's an Excel workbook. Now other data. Now, as you can see, we have different tables here. So this is table 10, table 11. I have from 2 to 11. That's about 10 tables. So what I could do, I could just select the 10 tables. I want to select multiple tables because I want to join them. So basically, we are looking at appending each and every table together. So I'm going to select all the tables. After selecting these tables, I'm going to transform data. Now it's loading. As you can see, we already have our tables. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, under the Home tab, I could see the merge queries and the append queries. So what we're working on basically is to append queries. Appending queries is like you're putting the data beneath each other, filling it up. While merging is you are having a join, just like you have the inner join, the left join, the right join. So when you're joining based on a column, to pick out the similar values for the inner join, the left table, and similarities with the right tables and all of that. But we're working on the append, so I'll append as new because I want a new table that combines everything. Append as new. So after appending as new, there are options here for 2 tables and 3 tables or more. I'm working with 3 tables or more. So basically I'll click on this. All I have to do is to make sure every table here is there. So all I do is to double click on it and it goes there. So always make sure that you don't bring in these tables more than once because it's going to duplicate the values. So I'm going to delete that. Delete this. Okay, we have our tables 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, after clicking the OK, let's see what happens. Now I've been able to append everything. Now checking our dates, we will see we have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, right? If you load more, that's all we have. So looking at the table 5, we have 100 rows, but the append is showing 1,000 rows. It's after the 1,000 rows. So now we've been able to combine this query. Now we scroll down. When you get to 100, you could notice that it continues from another date. So we've been able to join. So what I will do, I want to put all these tables in a folder. So I'll click on the first one, hold my shift, and click on the last to highlight everything. Right click, move to a group. So I want to call the group raw data. Right? So why this append? I'll rename it as order data. Order underscore. Something like this. So I could do my basic cleaning I want to do, then I'll close and apply. The tables I've loaded, if you noticed, we have all the tables here. So one thing we could do, we could hide this, not enable load. So I'll go back to transform data. So I will disable load so that when I load this data to the Power BI, it won't show. All I need is just an order data. So I will load. Continue. After I've disabled all these tables, when I load, close and apply, it will show in the Power BI. Let's check it out. Good. We have a cleaner report, just the other data. Now we'll come to the table view. We'll see our other data. We have 1,000 rows. Right. So with this now, we're able to join a single workbook, different sheets on a single workbook together, appending them. So now we're going to check out how to combine from a folder. You have different data from a folder. Let me show you what we have. We have a other data folder that has the same data set but in different workbooks. As you can see, different workbooks. So I want to combine everything because it contains data for each day. And let's check out the 4th of January. Let's see the content. So this just contains only the data for the 4th of January. Now let's check for the 8th. You can see. Now one thing you must make sure in combining or appending any data set is to make sure that you have the same structure of data across board. You have the date, the order ID, the product name, quantity sold, unit price, and amount. So you don't want a case where this workbook has date, order ID, product name, while the next workbook will be having product name, date, ID. So they must follow the same sequence, the same arrangement. So you have to ensure that everything is arranged accordingly, and you have most likely the same number of columns, as you can see, and they are arranged perfectly, the same order, not scattered. So going further, we're going to go to our Power BI. Now I've been able to get this. So let's get from folder. So under the get data, the folder is not here default, so I'll click on more. Clicking on more, have a folder option here. Click on the folder. Now I could just copy the folder part here, or I'll browse. It's on my desktop. I think this is the other data folder. Click OK. Now this is the folder part. Click on OK. So all the files on that folder. Now note, any file that is not important, don't put it there. That is not particularly part of the data sets. Probably things like dictionary or any other thing that is not part of the data sets, it shouldn't be there. So he brought this for us. Now we have the binary, which is the contents. We have the name of the table, we have the extension, the file type, the date it was accessed, and the attributes. Attributes is like the tables. This is the folder part. So we're going to click on the combine and transform. I want to combine it and transform it, not combine and load. I want to check out, okay, is everything perfect before we load. So combine and transform. So basically, Power Query analyzes it and helps us to combine it. Now let's check the results. Okay, after this pops up, I have two options here. I have the table, I have this. Okay, so click the table because it will work seamlessly in appending it. So pick the table. So click on OK. So the Power Query editor will pop open. Now looking at it, it has helped us to combine our data, as you can see. Now coming to your 100, you'll see that okay, there's a change from first to 10th. Scrolling down to 200, you see from 10th to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, just like that. I could see our dates from here, right? Okay, so with this now, we're able to combine the whole data from the folder with just a click. So I'm going to rename this as order data 2 or folder. That's to differentiate. I'm going to close and apply. Okay, so opening our table view, we could see the same values being joined together. So basically for the folder, we have the source name, which you can basically remove. You can just delete column, you can delete, or from the Power Query, you could actually remove. I could just delete here. I don't need that. So now I can carry out my analysis. Now the beautiful thing is that if I should go to my folder now and add another day, probably 11th, this updates, right? Now I will try that out. As you can see, I've added another workbook, which is for the 11th, inside of the other data folder. Now this is what it entails. It's just about 50 columns, just about 50 rows. With just the refresh option, I'll be able to bring in that data. Now let's check it out under the home. So as you can see, we have our data for 1st to 10th. So, and I've added up the 11th for 11th. So I'm going to refresh and let's see to update. Good. Now if we noticed, it's now 1050 rows, and when we bring the drop down, we'll see 11th is added. So that's the power of combining data in the folder. So if I have the data for the 12th, 13th, as I having more data, I'm adding to that folder, and I refresh my workbook. then the data is refreshed and updated. So this makes it very easy for me to work with. So with this, we've been able to combine different sheets together using Power Query, and also combine different workbooks from a folder using Power Query in Power BI. Thank you for watching.